everyone, guys! Welcome to our new video, and today we've got something absolutely incredible and crazy planned, one that still makes my heart skip a beat. You wouldn't even believe what kind of madness went down today. First, we just set out to find an ancient treasure when suddenly... Well, never mind. I won't spoil all the secrets just yet. You'll see everything for yourselves as we go. Long story short, because of today's events, we urgently needed to find shelter, and we decided to build the coolest, mega secret underwater base right at the bottom of the deep ocean. Tons of clear glass, huge rooms, cozy compartments, and complete isolation from the whole outside world. This idea came to us completely out of nowhere, but now there's definitely no turning back. We've already brought in a bunch of chests with resources and are ready to grind all night long. So stock up on patience. It's going to be awesome. Grab some tea and get comfortable, because today we have to build a real underwater bunker from scratch. So let's go.
This long-awaited moment has finally come, and no one can stop my wicked plans anymore. While those foolish piggies are carelessly running around doing their own thing and don't have the slightest clue what a lethal surprise I'm preparing for them, I am right here at the very peak of the abandoned gloomy mountains where even birds don't fly, conducting my most brilliant and insane experiment in history. Just look at this trembling tiny creeper in my hooves. He doesn't even realize what a great and destructive destiny is in store for him. Now I will raise my hooves to the sky, focus all the accumulated energy of darkness, and menacingly chant the ancient forbidden spell from the tomes of evil. Kalahari zombie, tenebris modus, explode and grow, giant monster, come to my feet. Then I'll generously sprinkle him with sparkling black dust from a shattered flask, add a drop of lava, and bam, a great boom is coming. Look at how his small green body starts cracking frantically at the seams, his skin covered with ominous fractures, and right before your eyes, he swells up to the size of a huge stone boulder. Why, that's a real mega creeper, the ultimate perfect weapon of destruction, with his eyes sparking wildly with fury and thick black smoke pouring from his back, capable of poisoning all the air around. My new pet monster is fully ready to obey my every command, and now this pathetic world and my sworn enemies are definitely in for big trouble. Ha ha ha.
Good morning, George. Oh, we slept so sweetly tonight after all our adventures, but we definitely can't sleep all day because I have one very troubling thought that has been bothering me since dawn. Have you even looked inside our main chests lately? I decided to check our supplies, opened them before breakfast, and they are completely empty. Can you imagine? Absolutely empty. All our diamonds, iron, rare blocks that we gathered for so long, and even regular food somehow vanished while we were roaming the world and exploring new lands. Apparently, our travels were so long and exciting that we totally neglected our home base and lost all our belongings. So we can't sit on our hands anymore. Otherwise, we simply won't have anything to survive with, and we urgently need to fix this awful situation. We desperately need to get ready for the road, grab our pickaxes, shovels, and head out on a real resource expedition to pack our empty chest to the brim with new treasures, blocks, and ore. Are you ready for a long and dangerous resource gathering trip, George?
Good morning, Peppa. I actually woke up with that exact same thought and wanted to talk to you about it because it worries me just as much as it worries you. Yesterday evening, I tried to find a spare pickaxe, reached into the far corner of the storage room, and found it genuinely silent and empty with completely bare shelves. Even all the furnace coal somehow vanished. Apparently, While we were caught up in our distant journeys, someone had a great time rummaging through our pantries, or we just spent everything down to the last piece on our latest crafts. But there's no time to be upset. We need to act coolly and methodically to restore our entire balance of rare resources as quickly as possible. Let's make a clear plan. First, we'll check the old caves nearby for iron and coal, and then we'll dash deep into the biome to search for fresh, rich veins of diamonds and rare stones. I'm already fully geared up, checked my armor's durability,
Yeah, boy.
sharpened all my tools, and I'm ready to follow you to the ends of the earth. So let's get moving while the day is still young.
That is a truly great idea, George. I completely agree with you. The plan with the caves and hunting for ore sounds solid. But before we head down into the dungeons or go look for deep diamond veins, we of course definitely need to chop plenty of wood. Without a good supply of timber, we won't have anything to place in the mines, and workbenches and torches won't make themselves. Plus, doing anything in dark caves without wooden planks and sticks for tools is practically impossible. So let's grab our best axes right now, walk through the nearest dense forest, and harvest as many sturdy oak and spruce logs as we can, so our chests are overflowing with resources even before we go underground.
Look, Peppa, while you were chopping trees, I decided to check the exposed rock at the base of the hill along the way, and already found a bit of iron right on the surface. The ground here turned out to be surprisingly generous, so we already have a great head start for our first crafts, but it's clearly way too early to stop, because this isn't quite enough for a proper trip deep into the caves.
Great job, George. Finding iron right on the surface is always a huge stroke of luck. Meanwhile, I kept pace, and while exploring the neighboring rock ledges and fractured stones, I successfully found some coal for our future furnaces and torches. Now we have both valuable metal, fuel, and sturdy wood. But since we're still digging right here on the surface, let's walk along this rocky ridge a little longer to gather maximum resources before finally heading down into the dungeons.
Listen, Peppa, I think we've already gathered plenty of starting resources for a safe descent. Our pockets and backpacks are full of sturdy logs. The iron is enough for a couple of new pickaxes and buckets, and we've got more than enough coal to light up even the darkest cave. If we keep digging here on the surface, we'll just waste precious time that we could spend searching for truly deep mines and rare treasures. Let's not drag it out. Let's grab all our loot and finally head down into the dungeons where the real fun begins.
You're completely right, George. We've already done a great job up here on the surface and gathered everything we need for a solid start. I totally agree with you. No more stomping around up here. It's time to wrap up surface reconnaissance and boldly step forward into underground adventures. Pull out your torches and pickaxe, check your gear, and let's go find the entrance to the deepest and most dangerous cave in this area.
Much later.
Here we are down in this dark and deep mine, George. It's so cool and spooky here, but on the bright side, it's full of useful minerals all around. Oh, look over to the right on this stone wall shimmering brownish beige specks. I found a great vein of solid iron that we came down here for. Grip our new shiny iron pickaxe tighter in your hand. I'll mine this iron vein while you look for something nearby, and let's start working rhythmically to gather valuable resources. Hear that metallic ring against the hard rock? Just a couple more strokes, and the heavy chunks of ore will fly right under our feet, and we can toss them into our backpacks to smelt them later in the furnace for some great sturdy armor. George, look, I'm right here actively mining this coal vein.
I'm already looking around, Peppa, and you won't believe what I just noticed right now. I walked over to the neighboring rock ledge to look for anything useful, and right before my eyes, a real emerald vein is shining brightly and clearly in the stone. I immediately pulled out my iron pickaxe and started carefully chipping away the rock to mine these rarest green crystals.
George, just look at these walls. What kind of creepy place did we accidentally dig into? Sticky cobwebs are hanging everywhere, and actual human skeletons are embedded right into the stone. This looks so sinister and unnatural, like we broke through into someone's ancient underground tomb where no living creature has set foot for millennia.
I don't even know, Peppa. Just the sight of these decorative bones and thick cobwebs gives me chills. Look, right here in the center, a treasure map is pinned to the floor with a dagger. We've clearly wandered somewhere we shouldn't have. This definitely isn't just a simple abandoned mine. I wonder who could have set up such a grim sanctuary or crypt here, and why.
Oh, come on, George! What does it even matter who built this grim crypt and why? So what if there are bones and cobwebs? Who knows what weird builders messed around here in ancient times? It's an absolute waste of time trying to guess the past when the event of the century is happening right under our noses. The main thing is completely different. Right in front of us lies a real, genuine treasure map pinned to the floor by this sinister dagger. Look at those worn edges, those mysterious marks and lines leading to the coveted cross. Only we definitely won't touch it. Who knows what curses are placed on it, or what traps might trigger if we pull it out. We just need to memorize the path or sketch everything down on paper and leave the map itself alone. Stop standing there like a statue, shaking at every little sound and scaring yourself even more. If we don't snap out of it right now, we'll miss the chance of a lifetime. We need to immediately, right this second, pack up our things, get out of these dark, damp and stuffy caves back to the surface before any monsters or other adventurers run in here. Check if everything's ready in our backpacks, and let's run upstairs as fast as our legs can carry us to find this legendary loot based on our memories before some accidental passerby or sneaky rival beats us to it and takes all the treasure for themselves. Come on, George, move. A great journey awaits us.
Phew, we finally made it out of those creepy caves and into the fresh air. Listen, Peppa, we came out right next to our house. Let's not risk carrying all these rare resources with us while searching for the treasure. I suggest we go inside first, dump all our gathered loot into the chest so we don't accidentally lose it if any danger comes up, and only then head out calmly on our adventure.
Oh, George, you're totally right. Let's do just that. Let's run into the house quickly and dump all our loot into the chests so we don't lose anything. And while we're lightning fast tossing our rare resources into the chests, catching our breath and grabbing our weapons for a new journey, because we're heading out to find the treasure right now in this very episode. Be sure to look right down below the video and support us. Drop your strongest and loudest likes to give us courage after that creepy skeleton crypt. Be sure to write your coolest theories in the comments. What do you think is hidden at the end of that mysterious treasure map? And what traps might be waiting for us along the way? George and I will be super excited to read every single word of yours. And of course, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss our new videos and always stay right in the middle of incredible adventures. You guys are the best viewers in the world.
1 hour later.
Look, Peppa, we finally made it. Look around. Just a few minutes of fast walking along the coordinates from the map, and we ended up right here. In the middle of this neat little lake stands a mysterious, half-ruined arch, and a sturdy cobblestone bridge leads straight across the water to it. Judging by everything, the cross on our map was pointing right to this ancient place. It seems the main secrets and the coveted treasure itself are hidden somewhere right over there, among those ancient ruins.
Oh, George, you're totally right. This place looks just breathtaking. Stop standing here on the shore just looking at the scenery from the outside. It's time to take action. My heart is pounding in my chest with anticipation of something grand. Let's hurry across this cobblestone bridge right to the center toward that mysterious arch and see with our own eyes what's hidden inside. Who knows what secrets these ancient stones keep and what treasures are waiting for us right behind this passage? We are just a few steps away from solving the main mystery of this journey. So come on, let's run over there before we change our minds.
Peppa, I totally agree. Let's hurry and go. The viewers are already waiting. We can't keep them hanging. Whoa, look closely. There's a weird block of sand right in the center. I think we definitely need to dig it up and see what's buried underneath. Okay, a couple of strikes, and whoa, just look at this. A chest. Wow, there's a whole bunch of diamonds in it, a full 2 sets of diamond armor, and 2 whole stacks of enchanted golden apples. This is unbelievable.
Oh, George, just look at this. We are just unbelievably, fantastically lucky today. First, we accidentally stumbled upon that creepy yet totally cool cave with skeletons, where we mined mountains of coal and iron for our future contraptions and armor. Then we found that mysterious treasure map, which led us straight here to the ancient arch. And now we dug up a whole treasure trove of diamonds, sets, and golden apples right in the center of the arch. Come to think of it, this resource-gathering trip turned out absolute legendary and exceeded all our expectations. We gathered so much rare loot that we have nothing to be afraid of anymore. Let's carefully pack all the most valuable items into our backpacks before any other players or mobs show up here. After such an intense and action-packed day, we're super tired, so I suggest we head back home right now, organize our chests, get a good rest, drink some warm tea, and then tomorrow, with a fresh mind, we can calmly think about and decide what we're going to do next. Let's hurry home, George.
Peppa, you are 100% right. This really was the best and most profitable trip in the history of our adventures.
Oh, George, look! Where did this crowd of creepy mutant creepers around our house come from? We just left. Everything was quiet. But since we now have full diamond sets and golden apples, hiding is stupid. Let's go into battle and defend our home.
Agreed, there's nowhere to retreat. With this gear, we're basically bosses ourselves. Just be very careful, stay close, and don't rush in blindly. Let's eat our golden apples and attack. To the attack, Peppa. Let's stick together. Oh, crap, there's just an insane amount of them here. We literally just started the fight, and these mutant creepers have already surrounded us from all sides and turned out to be incredibly tough. Our sword strikes barely seem to scratch them, while they bite fiercely, dealing massive damage even through our new diamond sets. And right on the go, they spawn these nasty little creeper minions trying to explode under our feet. We're desperately trying to fight back with all our might, but because of this creepy crowd, explosions and smoke, I got thrown back so hard. Wait, where's Peppa? I was just fighting right next to her, and now in this thick smoke and green monsters, I've completely lost sight of her. Peppa, where are you? Oh no, if she got overwhelmed or is trapped somewhere. Phew, saved. Luckily, they didn't have time to destroy it, otherwise we would have respawned God knows where. But that was close. My inventory is empty.
A few minutes later. A few moments later.
Oh no, I got blown up again. I didn't even manage to do anything or run out of the house. Wait, why am I here, in the middle of some remote forest? Oh no, that means the house was completely blown to the ground and the bed was destroyed. Oh no, not again! A little creeper minion just spawned right out of nowhere next to me. Die! Just die! Phew, made it. I barely managed to finish it off before it started hissing and exploding. Wait a minute. Where is Peppa? Why isn't she here next to me? If our beds in the house were completely destroyed, game rules dictate she should have spawned right here with me in the forest. Could the battle still be going on? And is she still fighting out there alone against that horde of mutants? Oh no, if she's trapped there or dying without help, I need to rush back to the ruins of our house and check on her. I'm running back. Guys, while I'm rushing with all my might to help Peppa through this nightmare, be sure to smash those powerful likes, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you believe we can still beat these mutants. Your support right now is literally my main enchanted apple. Oh, I can already see the smoke. Peppa, hang on, I'm running. Oh no, just look at this. Not a single thing is left of our beautiful village and our cozy house. Just smoking craters, splinters of wood, and scorched earth. This is absolute horror, a localized apocalypse. But the strangest and most terrifying thing is that it's completely silent here. Not a single sound, not a single rustle. I don't see a single mutant creeper. They've all vanished somewhere, as if they dissolved into thin air after the explosion. But what's even scarier is that Peppa is nowhere to be found. No traces of her, no items, absolutely nothing. Where did she disappear to? Was the explosion really that powerful, or was she carried away somewhere? I'm completely alone amidst these ruins, and it's getting genuinely creepy. What on earth happened here? All right, sitting here and panicking won't help. I need to take action right now. Since there's no one else left in the village and Peppa is gone, I have to go see our old village witch friend who lives behind that high hill right at the edge of the village. She's always brewing her weird potions and knows everything about all the secret curses and magical anomalies around here. I really hope her secluded hut behind the hill wasn't hit by this monstrous wave of explosions and that she's safe and sound. Thank goodness your hut survived. Listen, we've had a total catastrophe. Our whole house and village were wiped off the face of the earth by explosions. The creepers somehow vanished, and Peppa is gone. Do you happen to know what on earth happened here, where this mutant army came from, and where to look for Peppa now? Please, tell me she's alive.
Hey. Calm down, my boy. Your shouting is scaring away all my bats. I see your little friend in my crystal ball. Peppa is alive, but she was thrown far away from here. She's currently up in the harsh, snowy mountains right by the raging sea. And as for those mutant creepers, they didn't show up by chance and didn't just vanish into thin air. They did their job and blew themselves up in massive explosions. But they weren't sent here by some random glitch of nature. They were sent by our old good acquaintance, the cunning green pig. He's had it out for you for a long time. And mark my words, my boy, this is definitely not the last attack against you. If you survive this time, you'd better lie low at the very bottom of the sea where that villain can never find you. Or you won't make it out alive. And now it's time for me to get out of here before the green pig's henchmen decide to visit my hut too. Take care of yourself, George. Hee.
Hey, wait, thank you so much for the information and help. Wow, she vanished right in true witch style. All right, no time to waste. So, the green pig has decided to declare war on us, and Peppa is currently alone in those dangerous mountains by the sea. But the witch dropped a brilliant idea about lying low at the very bottom.
Oh my goodness! Where on earth am I? I got thrown so far by such a monstrous, massive explosion from those horrible mutant creatures that my ears are still ringing. From the impact, my entire inventory scattered. All my diamond armor, bow, and tools just flew out of my hands, and I had to run headlong wherever my eyes could see, just to avoid staying there and perishing under the rubble. I'm completely alone, without a single resource, in these wild and dangerous snowy mountains. Stops in the middle of a snowy clearing and looks ahead with surprise. Oh, look! Right in the middle of this pine forest stands some very strange, lonely tree. Wait a second, are those paintings hanging on its trunk and branches? And are there some levers sticking out next to them? Wow, that looks super mysterious. It must be some ancient mystical totem or a secret stash belonging to local residents. But you know what? I think this is the ideal place to establish our new hideout and wait out the storm. Though I am definitely not going to build a fancy house anymore. Enough with these explosions. In my opinion, the most reliable and safe base should be built exclusively out of ordinary dirt, right here by this totem. Dirt walls blend perfectly with the landscape, and neither the mutants nor that cunning green pig will notice them from afar if he decides to track us down. No bright blocks, only camouflage and stealth. The main thing is to quickly dig up some dirt with my bare hands before night falls and new monsters rush in here. Oh, George, where are you? I hope you're safe and will find me soon. Phew! All right! The base of the dugout is ready. Now for the most important part, setting up the entrance and windows in a way that's both safe and, in my opinion, cool. Look, for the entrance, I decided to install this wonderful, lightweight wooden saloon door, you know, like in old westerns. Giggles. It swings open both ways, looks super stylish, and it's going to be so fun to just dash through it. Of course, it's not super duper sturdy, but it will let me hop outside really quickly if needed, and it definitely won't attract the green pig's attention. But for the windows, I will get even craftier. I'm going to just leave gaps in the dirt walls, and then I'll barricade them tightly from the outside with thick, rough planks, nailing them crosswise. It will be genius. On one hand, I'll be able to look out at the mountains and see everything happening around me through the cracks between the planks, without any issues and without wasting time opening windows. And the best part is that these planks won't reflect the sunlight at all, unlike nasty glass, which would give away my location, and there's no way skeletons or creepers can squeeze through them. They will completely cover me up for safety, but at the same time, I'll feel free and not walled in. I think it's the perfect solution. Phew! Alright, that's pretty much it. All the external dirt walls are almost fully done, and I've securely barricaded the windows with thick planks crosswise. It turned out incredibly cozy, and at the same time completely invisible to prying eyes. Just a little bit left to do. Quickly finish the ceiling so snow from these harsh mountain peaks doesn't fall on my head, and then I can work on the interior setup. I'll put a crafting table inside, a chest for rare finds, throw down a couple of soft pelts or at least a bundle of hay instead of a bed, and our new makeshift home will be completely ready. I just hope George finds his way here soon. All right, that's it. Just gotta put up literally one last wall, and then I can safely move on to the ceiling. Just a couple more blocks like this, and the shell of our secret dirt house will be totally complete. I can't wait to finish with this roof, because the wind in the mountains is getting colder by the minute. You know what? I think I'll hold off on the ceiling for a second. First, I want to fully furnish the interior while it's still spacious and bright, and then I'll close up the roof. All right, what's on the plan? I definitely need to set up a pelt rack so there's a place to dry trophies and string up that clothesline for drying laundry. For the bed, I'll make the simplest one, right out of dirt blocks covered with a few twigs so it doesn't stand out at all and won't attract unnecessary attention through our barricaded windows. I also need to place a couple of wooden chests for belongings, a crafting table, and a reliable stone furnace. And in the corner, I'll definitely set up a homemade washboard for doing laundry. Cleanliness is next to godliness, even in an apocalypse. Oh, wait a second. What on earth is this that fell out of my inventory? Where did I get these fancy white cabinets from? They must have been blown here by the explosion wave straight from our house in the village. They look expensive, sure, but they totally don't fit in here. They'd stick out like a sore thumb and give us away to anyone passing by. Nope, sorry. You guys are heading straight for the trash. There, now that's better. Everything needs to be as stealthy and hidden as possible. Now, where are my ceiling blocks? All right, cabinets are out. Now we can calmly focus on setting up our cozy underground hideaway. First, I carefully hammer fasteners into the dirt wall and hang up the pelt rack. And right next to it, I string up the clothesline. There, now there'll be a place to hang washed clothes. The washboard itself goes into this cozy corner right near the future furnace. Okay, now for the furniture. In the far corner, I pile up a smooth pedestal made of dirt blocks and throw a few twigs on top. Voila! The ultimate invisible camouflage bed is ready. Nobody will spot it from the street through the planked windows. Right next to it, we'll place a couple of wooden chests for our future valuable resources, a reliable crafting table, and a stone furnace so we can stay warm and cook food. Well, everything is in its proper place. It turned out super nice, simple, reliable, and most importantly, totally hidden. Now I can finally close up that last hole in the ceiling. Guys, you have no idea how scared and lonely I am right now here in these snowy mountains after that terrifying explosion and escaping from the mutant creepers. I'm completely all alone, without armor or weapons, fixing up this tiny dugout with my bare hands and waiting with all my heart for George to return. So right now, while we're hiding from the green pig here and building our secret hideout, I really need your help. Please be sure to smash your most powerful likes under this video. They warm me up better than any furnace in this freezing cold. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the moment when I reunite with George and we start building our grand underwater base. And write in the comments your best advice. How can we outsmart the green pig, and what kind of trap will protect our new home best? I read every single comment of yours. You guys are my only support. And now I urgently need to finish the roof before the monsters run in here.
6, 7!
The final touch on the roof of our dugout is completely done. Look, right up on top of the roof, I've laid out 2 huge numbers using dirt blocks, 6 and 7. I know it looks a bit funny, but I'm completely sure these aren't just numbers. They're a real protective talisman. They'll scare away evil spirits, confuse the mutants, and signal to George that I'm here. Now I can finally relax, step inside, close our cool saloon door behind me, and just sit here in peace and safety, waiting for my dear George to find me. I'll wait for you, George. I definitely will. And one more thing, guys. If by any chance you happen to run into George across YouTube or in other videos, well, or if he goes out looking for me and wanders onto your screen, please rush and give him a message. Be sure to tell him that I'm hiding high up in the snowy mountains by the sea. I've built a secret dugout right next to a strange pine tree.
20 minutes later.
Ugh, I've been combing these cursed snowy mountains for a solid hour, but Peppa is nowhere to be found. No tracks, no shack, absolutely nothing. I'm starting to think that weird witch simply tricked me or messed up in her crystal ball. Or maybe Peppa already left this place and I'm too late. Whoa, wait a second. Look, over there, right at the foot of a weird-looking pine tree, there's a suspicious-looking dugout hiding. It looks exactly like Peppa's style. Neat dirt walls, barricaded windows, and even that favorite saloon door of hers at the entrance. Oh, and on the roof. Wait, those are huge numbers 6 and 7 made out of blocks. Seriously, could I have finally reached the right place after all these hours of searching? That's it, exactly. It's her secret hideout. How did I not guess it right away? Looks like I finally found her. I need to sprint over there right now before anyone else shows up. Ah, goodness! I'm so scared. Just now, as I was sitting here quietly waiting for George, I accidentally glanced through the gaps between the planks on the window, and I thought I saw someone dart right past our strange pine tree. Some huge, terrifying shadow was prowling around outside, but I didn't get a chance to make out who it was at all. Was it that scary green pig, or another wild mutant creeper? Peppa, thank goodness I found you! I was so worried. George, my brother, you're alive! You actually found me through all these snowdrifts and the numbers 6 and 7 on the roof. I was so scared when I saw some shadow outside the window. Don't you ever get lost again. Listen, Peppa, your base here is just awesome. It's super cozy, and your idea with the planked windows and saloon door is really smart. But you know what? I've got an idea 100 times cooler. Let's build a real underwater base. Just think about it. Deep underwater, any mutant creeper explosions are completely safe. The water completely absorbs the shockwave, and not a single block on our base will break. No monsters will ever get to us there.
Oh, George, I feel so sorry to leave this dugout. I spent so much effort building every single wall and nailing down the planks. But you're right, safety comes first. I agree to move underwater. Only before we leave, let's do one thing. I'll quickly build a tall vertical pillar of dirt right from here all the way up to the sky, just in case, so we can always spot our first base from afar if we ever want to come back.
But listen, while I was making my way here through the mountain ranges, I accidentally spotted an absolute ideal spot for our new secret base. It's located right over behind that high mountain.
15 minutes later.
Well, here we are. Look, Peppa, this isolated little bay between the mountains is just an absolute ideal spot. The water here is crystal clear. The steep slopes reliably protect us from any monsters coming from the land. And the bay itself is completely hidden from prying eyes. I guarantee you, right here in this bay, our new base will be totally unnoticeable to everyone. Well, what do you say? Let's not waste any time and start building it right here before the weather gets completely ruined.
Well, here we are. Look, Peppa, this isolated little bay between the... Oh, George, it's so amazing here. The water is such a deep blue, and the mountains all around look just like an impenetrable fortress. This is truly the best place in the world for our new home.
Awesome that you like it. Then let's get straight to the building plan right away. First, we'll lay down a sturdy frame made of smooth quartz and install huge panels of light blue glass. That's going to be our main facade and the foundation of our future underwater base. Through this panoramic window, we'll have an incredible view of the underwater world.
Whoa, quartz and blue glass. That's going to look incredibly stylish and high-end, just like a real ocean floor research station.
Exactly. And then, once this glass facade is securely secured, we'll carefully dig a tunnel inward into the cliff right from this panoramic window. Inside the mountain, we'll get a spacious dry compartment where we can set everything up nicely. Put down beds, crafting tables, treasure chests, and make a cozy living room. Well, shall we get to work?
I am totally in love with your plan, George. It's brilliant. Let's hurry up and place the quartz and make our first panoramic window. I can't wait to swim inside.
Listen, Peppa, right before our eyes, a real masterpiece of modern architecture is coming together. There's literally just one final touch left for complete perfection.
Yes, I can see it already. We just need to place quartz stairs along the edges for decoration to smooth out the corners and give the whole structure a polished look.
Exactly. Let's place inverted stairs along the top and bottom edges to create a nice trimmed frame.
Oh, George, look at that! I love how everything is turning out so much. With these stairs, the facade looks simply amazing.
1 eternity later.
Hooray! The facade is completely finished. Now I'm officially inside our new underwater base. Oh well, right now it's definitely still unusual in here. Just a plain gray cobblestone wall and no beauty at all, just like a regular cave. But that's totally fine. Since we're in creative mode, we can break blocks in literally a split second. And George just ran up to the surface to grab all the essential decorative resources for our interior design. You know what? I decided that digging everything out by hand is way too boring. We can do it much more interestingly. I'm going to blow the space out with dynamite. Whoa, did you see that explosion? It's going to be both spectacular and efficient. After all, there is nothing better for creating the perfect underground base than pure destructive explosive power. No tedious pickaxe work, just scale, speed, and grand results. A couple hundred charges like this, And we'll have a massive hall for all our chests, beds, and cozy corners. True engineering art in the best traditions of extreme construction. Whoa! What an explosion! That was not bad at all. And now, dear viewers, if you also liked our new underwater base and this epic method of clearing the area, make sure to smash those likes right now, subscribe to the channel, and write in the comments how many blocks of dynamite we should use for the next room. Please don't be lazy. For you, it's just one click, but for us, it's a huge support and motivation to build even cooler and blow things up on a grander scale. Come on, hit that bell, subscribe, share this video with your friends, leave your comments under every single video. Support our channel with likes and subscriptions because we're working hard for you every single second. I'm waiting for your likes, waiting for your comments, waiting for new subscriptions. Whoa! Just look at this scale. After such a grand explosion, we now have a truly gigantic space for our future base. True, right now everything looks a bit wild. Jagged chunks of grey cobblestone sticking out everywhere, rough rock fractures, uneven walls, and total chaos as if a real hurricane swept through here. But we're not going to leave everything looking like a ruined mess, right? Of course not. Our plan is massive, and now we have the most important and meticulous part of the work ahead of us, finishing everything thoroughly with smooth quartz. I'll take the best building blocks in hand to cover every single crack, smooth out every wall, make a flawless ceiling, and pave the floor with radiant white material. After all, our underwater base shouldn't just be a post-blast cave, but a true work of art. Smooth, stylish, incredibly beautiful, and cozy. Can you imagine how cool this is going to look? Through our huge blue panoramic window, the soft light of the ocean will stream in, reflecting off the perfect white quartz walls. No rough stone, just pure geometry, flawless white color, and harmony with the underwater world. George is going to come back from the surface with all the rest of the resources, and we'll already have an amazing white hall prepared here, ready for placing furniture, chests, and our favorite beds. So let's grab our quartz, switch to maximum precision mode, and turn this picturesque wreckage into the most gorgeous underwater mansion on the entire server. And you know what? At this crazy speed and in creative mode, I'll definitely manage to get everything completely ready before George gets back. While he's probably up there fussing with his resources, I'll carve out all the corners in a heartbeat, place the blocks, and clean everything up to perfection so that instead of a dug-up cave, a shining white room 100% ready for decorating will be waiting for him. And while he drops his jaw in surprise at the threshold of our new home, I'll even have time to set up the coolest chests and paintings.
2 very boring minutes later.
Phew! Well, we are almost done with our base now. Just look at this result. Most of the walls made of flawless white quartz are already lined. The floor and ceiling in the main areas are laid, and the huge panoramic facade overlooking the ocean is already in place. The base has practically turned from a wild stone cave into a neat white shell, but there's still plenty of work left to do. Right now, there's absolute emptiness inside. Not a single chest, no beds, and here and there in the corners, jagged grey pieces of rock are still sticking out, which we urgently need to cover with the final blocks. We're on the home stretch. The frame and walls are almost ready, but it's not the final version yet, because a couple of final touches and a couple more minutes of working with quartz are still ahead of us. George and his resources are probably already hurrying back, and we just have a couple of moments here to finish off the last gaps and completely wrap up this building shell. All right, well, we are truly right at the very final stretch. Just a tiny bit left to go. The bulk of the work is behind us. But for our underwater base to look truly ideal and professional, we need to take just a few more finishing steps. We have very little left to do. Carefully patch up the ceiling so there isn't a single dark hole or protruding cobblestone left, and tweak the geometry of a few walls so they sit at the exact right angle and give the building a proper polished shape. Right now, a couple of upper blocks are still sticking out of line, and the left wall needs to go just a bit deeper into the rock so the facade looks harmonious and symmetrical. It's literally a matter of a couple of minutes, but it's details like this that tell apart a hastily dug cave from a stylish architectural project. I'll quickly go over the top parts, smooth out the last rough edges, close the remaining gaps in the ceiling, and that's it. Our perfect empty shell will be completely ready for George's arrival. And once the ceiling and geometry are completely sorted out, there's just literally one final touch left. We need to finish building the interior partitions and walls to split our big empty space into 2 separate rooms. A couple of vertical rows of blocks right in the middle of the hall, a neat arched doorway between them, and that's it. The base will stop being just a single box and turn into a full-fledged room with a clear layout. Let's quickly put up these dividing walls while George is probably still fussing with his resources up there, and we'll have an ideal 2-room foundation. Well, that's it, the moment of truth. Just need to place this gorgeous double birch door into the interior doorway. Click, and it's done. The light wood matches our white quartz just perfectly. Now the 2-room shell of our underwater base is fully completed, all the walls are in place, the ceiling is even, and the entrance between the rooms is styled at the highest level. George can come back now. The architectural part of our grandest underwater build has officially come to an end. Whoa, just look at what we've ended up with. Do you remember how we even started? There was a huge, scary, dark cave after an explosion, ugly chunks of cobblestone sticking out everywhere, a draft blowing through, and everything looked like a herd of angry ghasts had stomped all over the place. But look around now. Perfect smooth walls made of radiant white quartz, an even ceiling, a huge panoramic facade with a calming view of the ocean, and an amazing division into 2 separate rooms through a stylish arched doorway with a gorgeous double birch door. We've done a colossal amount of work, turning absolute chaos into a luxurious, stylish, and modern underwater mansion, spending a ton of effort and quartz blocks on it.
5 hours later.
Whoa, Peppa, you are just incredible. I just got back from the surface and expected to see a regular dark and uneven cave, and you turned it into a luxurious, shining white quartz base in the meantime. The panoramic ocean view in the front room, the even ceiling, the perfect geometry, and even the finished separate rooms with an arch. It's just an architectural masterpiece. I couldn't even imagine it would turn out this cool and stylish. Listen! Since the space is split into 2 rooms, let's divide up the decorating duties right now. I'll gladly take the front room with that gorgeous ocean view and turn it into the coziest, brightest, and softest bedroom with beds. And you can take the back windowless room entirely and set it up as a super functional kitchen with all the furnaces, crafting tables, and food supplies.
Oh, George, thank you so much. I tried really hard while you were upstairs. Your plan is just magnificent and sounds super fair. I agree 100%. That's the ideal division of labor. You'll happily set up the bedroom by the panoramic window where it's so nice to wake up to the view of the waves, and I'll dive headfirst into setting up the back kitchen, placing all the furnaces, storage chests, and making everything as practical as possible. We've got plenty of all the right blocks and decorative elements you brought from the surface, so let's not waste a single minute and get right to the final stage of our build. Grab your materials, head to your rooms, and let's show viewers how to make a truly stylish, cozy, and awesome interior in Minecraft.
Look, Peppa, the bedroom turned out simply magical. I put 2 cozy beds with curtains, separated the space with a stylish wall of bookshelves and greenery so it feels secluded and calm in here. And now for the best part, right here, by our huge panoramic window overlooking the ocean, I'm setting up a luxurious jacuzzi. Just imagine how cool it's going to be to relax in the warm water in the evenings and watch the fish swim by through the crystal clear glass.
Whoa, George, your bedroom looks incredibly cozy and stylish. The jacuzzi by the window is just a brilliant idea. Our kitchen in the back room has transformed 100% too. I've already arranged all the spacious kitchen cabinets, installed a modern stove with a cool hood, a neat sink for dishes, and 2 whole large refrigerators for all our food supplies. The space turned out super functional and practical. Now it has everything for real culinary masterpieces.
All right, the relaxing spa zone by the panoramic window is fully sorted, but a real gaming base simply cannot do without a powerful setup and entertainment. Right across from the beds, I'll set up a gorgeous modern computer desk, a comfortable ergonomic chair, and the PC tower itself with cool lighting so we can hang out playing our favorite games right here underwater. But that's not even all. Right next to the workstation, I'll install 2 awesome arcade cabinets so we can battle it out in retro games right here at the base whenever we get tired of just looking at the ocean. And to make sure the room always has perfect airflow and the right coolness, I'm mounting several powerful industrial fans right up under the ceiling. Plus, on top of all that, I'll place a few stylish white iron storage boxes in the corners for all sorts of useful gadgets and trinkets. Now our bedroom will look simply futuristic and maximally comfortable.
And in my kitchen, work is boiling away too to create the ultimate organization for all our supplies. Since you've taken care of all the tech and entertainment, I'm setting up a large, sturdy workbench right against the back wall, so there's plenty of space to prep ingredients for our culinary masterpieces. But most importantly, to make sure all drinks and provisions are stored properly and never run out, I'm mounting several huge, spacious storage bins specifically for bottles, sodas, and other liquid provisions. I'm neatly arranging them along the wall so everything is right at hand, looking clean and orderly. Now, my kitchen has become not only super functional thanks to the stove and refrigerators, but also incredibly roomy. So our food and drink supplies will definitely last us through any underground adventures.
Listen, this room is transforming right before our eyes. But to make our gaming and relaxation zone truly top tier, I plan to set up a stylish modern TV stand with a big screen right in the center of the room, right in front of our sleeping area, and hang a wall calendar next to it so we always know what day it is in the game. And I'm also going to put up cool redstone lamps with levers around the corners of the room so we can change the lighting at any moment and create a cozy evening vibe. By the way, so the ceiling fans aren't just blowing constantly, I'll wire convenient levers right to the walls for them. That way we can easily turn them on and off whenever we want some cooling breeze.
Oh, those plans are awesome! The room is going to look super high-tech. And in the meantime, I'm pulling out all the stops and making an amazing large aquarium right now to bring even more lively nature and coziness to our base. I'm carefully mounting clear glass panels, filling them with clean water, releasing colorful exotic fish inside, and styling it nicely with lighting and sea plants. Now, right here in the kitchen, we'll have our own little underwater corner with swimming fish that will look simply mesmerizing and perfectly complement the panoramic view from your bedroom.
Listen, we've already done a great job with the main corner lights and the gaming setup backlighting, but I really want to bring everything to absolute perfection so that our relaxation area and the beds are as bright, high-tech and cozy as possible. So right now I'm connecting the remaining redstone lamps on this side of the room and planning to literally Peppa cover the entire ceiling right above our beds with them. Just imagine the effect. When we fall asleep in the evening or just rest after long dives, a soft, even glow will flood the whole bedroom, and using convenient levers, we can easily adjust the brightness and create a truly magical atmosphere. Just a couple of final touches with the wiring left, securely fastening each block to the ceiling, and then our sleeping area will be lit up simply stunningly, right on point for long atmospheric gaming nights underwater.
Oh, George, that is just a wonderful, brilliant idea. Proper lighting in the bedroom is the key to coziness, and with such an incredible ceiling made of lamps, it's going to look fairy tale beautiful and very stylish. Meanwhile, I'm just finishing organizing the remaining storage boxes so every single item, ingredient, and bottle has its strict place for ultimate order. And parallel to that, I've started something very nice. I've already put the best ingredients in the furnace and am baking huge, wildly delicious festive cakes with fresh frosting for us right now. So when we finally finish all these heavy construction and design chores, we'll have a gorgeous treat ready so we can relax, grab a proper bite, and celebrate our housewarming at our incredible underwater base.
Listen, Peppa, I was thinking and realized that we can make our relaxation zone by the ocean even more incredible and deeply immersive. Right now, I have regular white quartz walls on the sides of the jacuzzi and the panoramic window. And while they look cool and neat, they're still solid. That's why I came up with a simply brilliant plan. I want to completely remove these quartz blocks and instead of them, set up those awesome pre-built aquariums from our mod right now. Just imagine this visual effect. We're sitting in the warm water of the jacuzzi. Right in front of us is a massive panoramic view of the actual open ocean. And on the sides, we are completely surrounded by stylish modded aquariums with pre-built decorations, lighting, and exotic fish inside. It's going to look simply stunning, high-tech, and incredibly atmospheric. A real underwater oasis right in the middle of our base. I'm actually holding them in my hands right now and installing the final modules on the sides to bring our relaxation corner to absolute perfection. Well, that's it, everyone. Our secret underground base is completely ready, and the result exceeded all expectations. Just look at this. A cozy bedroom with a bunch of lamps and a stylish TV stand. The relaxing jacuzzi right by the panoramic window surrounded by those awesome pre-built modded aquariums with exotic fish, and the powerful gaming setup with arcade cabinets. We put a ton of effort into this project, hauled tons of resources from the surface, and thought through every single detail to make living here as comfortable and high-tech as possible. Huge thanks to everyone who followed this build and supported us. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and Peppa and I are off to celebrate our housewarming and try those delicious festive cakes. Bye everyone, and see you in the next cool episode.
Yeah, George is totally right. Our base turned out to be an absolute masterpiece of architecture and design. While he was working his magic on the tech and aquariums, I didn't waste time either. I set up a cozy kitchen with all the cabinets, stove, hood, sink, refrigerators, and huge drink storage bins. And finally baked us some amazing cakes with festive frosting. Watching a dark, empty cave turn into such a high-tech, beautiful, and cozy underwater home is just an incredible feeling. Thank you so much for watching, for your comments and cool ideas. Be sure to subscribe. Let us know in the comments how you like our new home. And we're heading off to relax and enjoy our well-earned housewarming. See you in the next videos.
Well, just look at them. Settled into soft armchairs, staring at the TV, and stuffing their faces with cake, genuinely believing they're completely safe at the bottom of the ocean. Ha ha ha, how naive. Yeah, I admit they really did a number. Built panoramic windows, brought in mods, set up fish aquariums. They defended themselves against my old explosive creepers like pros. The base really does look like an impenetrable underwater bunker, but did those silly little pigs really think they could just hide out from me like that? Ha! They are catastrophically underestimating the brilliance of my strategic mind. So what if the creepers didn't work? That just means the old methods are history. But now I've thoroughly studied their hideout. I know every vulnerability, every hidden piece of redstone wire, and every ventilation shaft. Let them celebrate, eat cake, and enjoy life for now. Time is on my ruthless side. I'll head back to my secret lab